it really feels like now more than ever that KD's a Warrior, because he seemed like before he was just a gun for hire. He was just a guy coming in, doing his job, and getting a couple chips and leaving. He wasn't actually a part of the team. He was just there to help. Kind of like Colin Cowherd made a reference as like an independent contractor. Hire someone outside the corporation to come in, help you out with something, get the job done, and then leave. And that's exactly what it's felt like the last couple of years since he arrived in Golden State. But now with this injury, I think the Warriors feel bad that they didn't force KD to play. It was obviously a group decision, collective decision, but they feel bad knowing that, you know, they just took 1 year of KD's career away from him. And ultimately, they kind of feel responsible for what happened. They feel guilty. And that's why I think Kevin Durant is going to get the 5-year max from the Warriors, because now he feels like family. They feel bad. And they're like, you know, this can be their pitch to him. Although I don't think they need to pitch to him, but this can be their pitch. A couple years ago, you needed us to get where you wanted to be in your career. But now we need you. And I think that can be really powerful. I think KD is really close with the guys on the team. I think he's actually close with Steph. I think Steph is probably the reason why he left OKC to go to Golden State. Part of the way Steph plays, his personality, his ego. I mean, Steph is egoless. Like, who wouldn't want to play with a guy like Steph Curry? That's the pitch right there. A couple years ago, you needed us, and now we need you. That's the pitch to Kevin Durant. And I ultimately think that that's what they're going to do. They're going to sign KD to that extension. If he doesn't opt into the 1 year left, they'll re-sign Clay. And then I think Draymond will be the expendable one. Draymond will probably... I think Draymond's got a year left on his contract. They won't be able to re-sign him unless there's a major cap increase within the next 2 years. I don't think that that's going to happen. So, it's really interesting this week in the NBA. It's different because Kevin Durant, I don't think is going to go to the Knicks now, which would mean that if he doesn't go to the Knicks, then Kyrie's not going to go with him because obviously he's got no one to go with. And I think it's going to make a huge change on free agency, and I think it's going to affect how other stars approach it. I think Kawhi's had some injury issues. He's got a quad issue, and he sat out 20 games this year with the Raptors, and they were still really good. He might be looking at KD's situation and be like, do I really want to go out to LA with either the Lakers or the Clippers or the Knicks or whatever team? And do I want to play 75, 80 games and put more wear and tear on my body and put on more miles and not even really be in a great position to compete for a championship? Also, you're sacrificing probably more money. It's interesting. I think it's going to make a huge difference on how players approach free agency. I think Jimmy Butler, he's an older player, an older star. He'll probably stay in Philly. Just seeing that. Kemba Walker can make so much money with the Hornets, it's not even funny. And he might even be compelled to stay with the Hornets, although they're not a very good team. So it's interesting. I think Durant's going to stay in Golden State. I think Jimmy Butler will stay in Philly. I think Kawhi will stay in Toronto. Kyrie's leaving Boston. He's not going back to Boston. Although I think Boston, they've got a great coaching staff, great young players. It didn't quite work out, but I think that's a good place for him. He's not going to stay. It's either the Lakers or the Nets. He's not going to go to the Knicks. It's either the Lakers or the Nets. He just bought a home in Brooklyn. I don't know why he wants to lead a team by himself, but I don't know why he would want to go there knowing that they're already a playoff team. They won without him. I don't know why he would want to go there. Kyrie's probably the toughest one out of all the free agents to predict. I think Kyrie could sign with the Lakers. I'm going to go with that. He'll sign with the LA Lakers. Klay Thompson's going to stay in Golden State. Boogie, he's a wild card. Originally, I thought he was going to go to the Lakers, but they wouldn't be able to pay him a max, obviously, because no one's going to want to pay him a max. So we'll see about that. And then Anthony Davis, although he's not a free agent until next year, he's on the trade market. The LA Lakers are going to get Anthony Davis. They're going to trade for Anthony Davis. They'll trade Ingram, Lonzo, the 4th pick. Kuzma's off limits, they said. And the Pelicans want Kuzma. The Pelicans also want a 3rd or 4th team to get involved in the deal to get more assets. I think the Lakers are going to land Anthony Davis. They'll sign Kyrie, and they'll have a super team in LA with LeBron, and they'll be favored, maybe not to win the title, but to at least be one of the top 4 teams by the end of the season next year. It's going to be a really interesting free agency because I think we're not going to see as much movement as we thought we were going to see. The only 2 players that are the only 2 notable players that we're going to see move are Kyrie and Anthony Davis. Those are the only 2. And maybe Kemba. The rest, they're all staying put. What's up, everyone? Subscribe right here to catch all the latest segments from The Will Ford Show. Be sure to subscribe to my podcast, The Will Ford Show, on SoundCloud or on Apple Podcasts, and follow my Twitter account at The Will Ford Show. We'll see you soon.